So welcome back to the Optimist Overland channel. Super Blue is back at Colmont again for her third time, and this time we're not alone. We're in the group with the Southern Four-Wheel Drive Association. They're doing their annual Trailfest here at Colmont, and we just started on Friday. I'm on an easy trail ride, at least easy for a Jeep anyway, but it's probably going to be a little bit more moderate for me. But you can see we're up here in a convoy. We just did Trail 15, and then right now we just turned on to Trail 3. So thanks for coming along, and follow along as Super Blue goes through Colmont yet again. So Trailfest 2024 took place over a weekend, and most of the rides took place on Friday and Saturday. And so this is one of the rides, one of three that I was able to do on Friday. And this was actually my first time doing Trailfest or anything with the Southern Four-Wheel Drive Association. And when I initially went to go to the sign-up table, get my wristband, and find a ride to join, they asked me, "Oh, what are you driving?" And I pointed to my F-250, and they were a bit surprised and said, "Oh, there's not going to be any place for you to ride. This is a bigger rig than we've ever had." And, but I was able to convince them. And actually, one of the guys that was there, who's a friend of mine and had seen the truck and seen what I can do with it, said, "Oh, yeah, he's been here twice. He can handle the truck through these trails." And so I was able to get on this ride on more green trails, more easy trails, basically to see how the truck would do in the muddy conditions and to kind of prove myself to handle it. And I totally get it. The Southern Four-Wheel Drive Association is a great organization that is safety minded. They want to make sure everybody has fun, but also is safe. And, I totally get it. They were concerned that a lot of the trails become very slick from recent rain, and wanted to make sure that a vehicle with as much weight as the F-250 could handle the trails and not slide off a trail in the muddy conditions. And I totally respect it. I also had to humble myself and say, okay, these guys are more experienced than I am. They know these trails better than I do. And even though I've been here twice, I've only done the same trails, and they know these trails better than I do. So it was good to basically see how the truck would do in these conditions, make sure everything was going to be good, it wasn't going to be causing any issues. And it was still a great ride. Got to go through some mud, got to go through the forest, got to go over some rocks, and it allowed me to basically show, hey, the truck can do this, and then get on some more advanced rides later. So once the kind of beginner ride had concluded, we were able to get back to the big parking area at Colmont there, where all the sign-up tables were for the different rides. And I was able to get onto a ride that was a little bit more advanced, that was actually going down to an area of the park called Flat Rock. And Flat Rock is this area where there's a bunch of big flat rocks, basically in the middle of a river, where you're allowed to drive up on the rocks in the river. And it's a place that I'd never been to before. It was really picturesque, and I was looking for a little bit more of a challenge. So this is me going down the Flat Rock. Most of it is on Trail 1, but yeah, it was a really cool little adventure. might be able to make this without backing up. Almost. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, good job. Alright, we're starting a pretty steep decline here. It's not terrible, just get ready for it. I'm in second gear low. I'm just gonna basically just crawl down it. Don't go too fast, just take it easy.
This is the part with the bypass on the left, right?
Yeah, we're coming up to it.
Yeah, this is what I did last time. It's really not. It's a really cool trail. I love bringing people on it.
When we drive past it, I'll show you where a cave is at. I'm not going to stop this group just because the water's going to be high. It'll be hard to get through. But if you got some muck boots or something, you can wade through the water, and it's a pretty cool cave to see.
So it's hard to tell from this angle, but this hill is a rocky downhill that's somewhere between 10 and 20 degrees down. It's probably one of my more favorite parts of the park, just for the challenge. And later on, we're going to go up this back out of the valley. So at Colmont, there are many trails that eventually lead you down into this valley. And once you get down into the valley, you're rewarded for your effort with a beautiful trail ride across multiple streams that cross several times, and as well as beautiful views of the forest. Now, we did this, in early spring, so this is where you can see there's not very much foliage, so you actually get to see the sky and the mountains and everything in the background. But if you do this, when everything is in bloom, when there's all the foliage, you still get like a great forest view, forest vibe while you're crossing these streams back and forth. And I think this is my favorite part of the park right here, just going back and forth across these streams in the valley. It's going to take me a sec to get over that rock. So this river crossing was the most challenging. There was a sharp right-hand turn followed by a downhill with some large rocks that it took me a minute to negotiate. So when in doubt, the best thing is to basically get out of the vehicle and take a look at the terrain in front of you. Sometimes it looks, pretty different from what you see through the windshield, and a change in perspective really reveals a lot about the terrain.
Yeah, I think your line is probably further to the left, and then cut your tires sharp.
Yeah, I think so too. So this trip was the first time that I had taken the truck out with the new Alcan springs that I had put on the rear and had custom made for the truck to handle the extra weight. So this was the first real articulation test for those springs, and this was also the first trip with the new force set of shocks, Bilstein shocks that I had recently put on the truck.
Alright, I'm ready to go across.
I'm clear to land in stock.
Appreciate your patience, everybody.
Yeah, no worries. Good to watch that. Pretty good.
She can go a lot of places. She just can't go as fast as everybody else sometimes.
No, it's cool to see you navigate that. Good job.
Thanks.
After a little bit more driving, we finally arrived at Flat Rock, and we circled around to park and get out and have a break and take a look at the river.
Alright, so we made it down to Flat Rock, which is a popular place to stop here at Coal Mines, where you can actually drive your vehicle up on the rocks and enjoy this nice river. It's actually really high today. Now, I didn't get Super Blue up out there right now. It was already occupied. She's back there chilling, but it's also a little high in the water right now. But you can come and drive on the rocks here, just as long as you don't drive up the river. Obviously, when it's dry, you know, drive on the rocks and stuff like that, but you shouldn't be driving up the river. But it's a really great place to come and just chill and have lunch. It's down here at Flat Rock at Coal Mine. So the truck's been doing good so far. There was one time I had to back up and then reposition my tires, but other than that, haven't had any issues. So it's been a lot of fun so far.